Gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a room and felt invisible? You're polite, you've lived a good life, but somewhere between 60 and now, it feels like people stopped seeing you, especially women. Yet, you notice other men your age, not better looking, not richer, but somehow women lean toward them, laugh with them, and their eyes light up. It makes you wonder, what do they have that I don't? Here's the truth. It's not money, muscles, or even youth. It's something far more powerful. And the best part? You already have it. You've just forgotten how to use it. I'm Dr. Anthony Faucy, physician and researcher in male physiology and behavioral health. For over 40 years, I've worked with thousands of men navigating what I call the second season of masculinity. The years after 60 aren't about decline. They're about refinement. I've helped men regain not just their health, but their presence, the quiet magnetism that draws others in without effort. A study from the International Institute of Human Behavior observed 200 men between 60 and 75 and found that the men rated as most attractive by women shared one defining trait: calm self-assurance. They weren't chasing validation. They were radiating contentment. That's what we're going to rebuild today. Most men over 60 fall into the same trap. They believe attraction is lost with age, that women only want younger men, or that they must compete on a battlefield of looks, wealth, or charm. But biology tells a different story. After 50, women's brains respond less to physical youth and more to emotional stability and safety. Your calm tone, steady energy, and sense of purpose trigger trust at a chemical level, literally lowering her cortisol and increasing her oxytocin. That's why, when you walk into a room with composure and grounded confidence, you become magnetic, not because of what you do, but because of what you emanate. But most men unknowingly sabotage this. They fall into 5 traps, patterns that drain their presence. The first trap is chasing validation instead of living in contentment. Many men measure their worth by how others respond. You think, if she smiles, I'm enough. If she doesn't, I've failed. That's backwards. Validation-seeking projects, insecurity, and women sense it instantly. In a 2020 Stanford study on nonverbal communication, women rated men who displayed self-acceptance as 70% more trustworthy and attractive than those who sought approval. When you're grounded, your body language shifts. Slower movements, deeper breathing, direct eye contact. One of my patients, Mr. Howard, 67, practiced a daily breathing ritual to anchor himself before social gatherings. Within weeks, he said, "Doc, women started approaching me. I wasn't trying. I was just comfortable." That's the paradox. When you stop reaching, others reach for you. The second trap is competing on the wrong battlefield. You can't out-youth a 30-year-old, but he can't outground you. Your advantage isn't energy, it's gravity. Younger men attract attention, older men command it. A calm, experienced man regulates the room's nervous system. That's why women in their 40s and 50s often gravitate to older partners. They crave stability. One of my patients, 71, divorced for years, met a woman 20 years younger. She told him, "You make me feel safe without saying a word." He wasn't performing. He was just present. The third trap is believing women want youth over maturity. Let me be clear. Women are surrounded by immature men at every age. They're not searching for boys. They're longing for emotional adults. Maturity signals security, and security is the foundation of attraction. A recent European psychology review found that women aged 40 to 60 ranked emotional maturity as 3 times more important than physical appearance in long-term attraction. You already possess this advantage. You just have to stop apologizing for it. The fourth trap is performing instead of being. Many men, especially after divorce or loss, overcompensate, trying to be charming, funny, or interesting to prove they still have it. But the truth is, performance disconnects you from authenticity. Women don't want a show. They want sincerity. When you relax, your presence speaks louder than any story you could tell. In my clinical workshops, I often teach what I call the silent minute. Before speaking, pause, breathe, and feel your feet on the ground. That simple act shifts your nervous system from tension to trust, and others feel it instantly. The fifth trap is dependence on outcome. This is the invisible killer of masculine energy. When every conversation, text, or interaction carries an expectation. I hope she likes me. I hope this goes somewhere. Your body releases stress hormones that cloud your perception and weaken your tone. True magnetism comes from what I call outcome independence. Being at peace no matter what happens. Wanting nothing makes you powerfully desirable because it communicates that your worth isn't negotiable. So how do we rebuild this inner magnetism? I teach my patients a daily exercise called the Presence Activation Routine. It's simple, science-backed, and takes just 12 minutes. Step 1. Reflection. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and feel gratitude for what you already have. Your life, your wisdom, your survival. Gratitude releases serotonin, which calms your amygdala, the brain's fear center. Step 2. Visualization. Picture yourself entering a social setting, calm, unhurried, with no agenda. Imagine speaking slowly, listening deeply, and enjoying the moment. Step 3. Embodiment. Recall moments in your life where you led, achieved, or protected someone. Feel that pride, not to impress anyone, but to reconnect with your core strength. Do this for 12 minutes each morning. Within weeks, your body posture changes. Your tone deepens. Your eyes hold steady contact. And women notice. I remember my patient, Frank, 68, from New Jersey. He practiced this exercise at his local cafe. Instead of trying to start a conversation with the woman next to him, he just sat comfortably, sipping coffee and reading. 10 minutes later, she asked what he was reading. They've been together for 2 years now. Attraction isn't something you chase. It's something you allow when you're aligned with yourself. If you're finding value in this, take a moment to subscribe and comment below. I'm reclaiming my confidence. It tells me you're ready to step into this next chapter consciously, not as a man trying to be younger, but as a man owning his season. Let's explore the science behind why this works. Biologically, when a man operates from calm confidence, his body releases balanced levels of testosterone and oxytocin, the perfect hormonal blend for attraction. Testosterone projects vitality, oxytocin projects empathy. Younger men overflow with one and lack the other. You, however, have access to both if you stop living in stress. Studies from the University of Toronto found that older men who practiced mindfulness and slow breathing for just 15 minutes daily, increased testosterone by 12% and reduced cortisol by 18%. It's not magic. It's chemistry responding to calm. Socially, something else happens. When you stop needing outcomes, your energy becomes lighter. People lean in because you're not demanding anything from them. It's the difference between walking into a room trying to impress and walking in with genuine curiosity. The first drains others, the second uplifts them. Women feel that difference immediately. They can't articulate it, but they sense peace, and peace is irresistible. Now, let's address a myth that poisons men's confidence after 60. It's too late. I've treated men in their 70s and even 80s who reignited relationships, found love, and discovered deeper intimacy than they ever had in their 20s. The reason is simple. They finally stopped pretending. One patient, 73, told me, "Doc, for the first time in my life, I stopped performing. I just show up." His new partner, 58, said, "He's the calmest man I've ever known." That's what modern women crave. Safety, curiosity, depth. And that's exactly what your age offers when combined with awareness. Gentlemen, your age isn't your weakness. It's your advantage. You've lived through enough storms to carry serenity in your voice. You've failed, learned, rebuilt. That wisdom radiates when you stop hiding it. Every line on your face, every gray hair, every scar, they're not flaws. They're credentials. You don't need to erase them. You need to wear them with pride. Tomorrow morning, take 12 minutes to practice the presence activation routine. Just 12 minutes, less than a news segment. Sit still, breathe, visualize, remember your worth. Do it daily for 30 days, and I guarantee you'll feel the shift before anyone tells you they see it. As we close, let me leave you with this truth. Women don't fall in love with youth. They fall in love with certainty. Certainty that you are at peace with yourself. Certainty that you know who you are. Certainty that you'll still be standing tomorrow. That's what she feels when you walk into the room calm, smiling, unhurried. You don't need to chase. You attract naturally by being. You're not too old. You're not invisible. You're simply one decision away from rediscovering your power. The decision to stop proving and start being. From this day forward, speak slower, listen longer, breathe deeper. Let your calmness become your charisma. Because the truth is, what makes a man magnetic at 60 isn't how he looks. It's how he makes others feel. And when you carry peace, others can't help but follow. This is Dr. Anthony Faucy reminding you, real confidence doesn't shout. It radiates. And yours is waiting to be awakened.